It seems no matter what Donny does, there's always going to be those who criticize his game. So let's recap. The Trailblazers pulled out a convincing victory against the Hawks. Donny dropped 14 points with 11 boards and only 1 turnover despite multiple attempts to hand the ball over. Seems some people think his first double-double just wasn't impressive enough. Then again, you already know you can't please them all. So let's see if we can't please our fans on the road as we enter into Sacramento, looking to continue our good fortunes. This time around, we'll have to face off against a tougher and much deeper reserve of bigs in the front court. We managed to get physically tougher on the inside of our last game, but this matchup should pose to be much tougher in the paint. The Sheriff will have to watch the tip-off from the sidelines once more despite a terrific performance at the end of our last homestand. But that's okay, because this won't remain the norm. Baskets will eventually take over the starting role that Hickson currently occupies. Donny, time to build upon the success. Snatch that crown and claim it as your own. You're not going to be satisfied with just one double-double. You're not even content with just one victory out of your previous homestand. You want more, and you expect more. This is your team. You're their main structure of support, because without you, this team has no inside presence. It's time to crash hard once more and leave your mark upon the Kings. Yo guys, this is Jared aka the Saint of Sins on Xbox Live, coming back at you GameFaceStudios viewers with another trip down the road to Springfield featuring the NBA 2K13 11th overall draft pick, the 6'9", 279-pound back-to-basket power forward Donny Baskets. We're jumping straight into this one looking to keep the momentum high and my spirits up. Last time around, I was all over the place by the end of that Hawks game, and to be honest, I needed that. I needed to realize that this is still a growing process and that I can't keep being so damn negative about the whole situation. But it's not going to be easy with takes like that. Lillard, did you really think you could drive through 4 white jerseys on your way to the basket? See, that's the sort of nonsense I have to put up with from this team. Those are the kind of ugly, empty possessions I'm forced to watch as Donny sits out of position to help clean up the boards. And we're not in a position to afford empty trips against this team. Just look at those steals per game! Looks like Donny and crew are going to have to be extremely careful with the ball if they want to avoid just handing this game over to the Kings. We're talking about grabbing up patents on the ball to keep us protected from their thievery. Smart basketball is going to be the key to this one. That means I can't afford to see Lillard take up any more ugly shots when pressed with coverage. I'm also going to need everyone to show up and execute. I can't have Lillard and Batum stinking up the joint, and I need the fandom to do something offensively. If anything, those are the guys I worry about the most. Yeah, I should focus my worries on the bench, but they're always going to be consistently average. The starters, however, they're a roller coaster. I mean, there's so many ups and downs with these guys that I'd almost swear they were all Jodie Sweetin in disguise. You know, Stephanie Tanner from Full House? Still nothing? Alright, I'm fucking old. Anyway, my fears of the starters just not performing has been a valid concern of mine for quite some time. There's just been too many times I've witnessed dumb play decision making by the guys who are supposed to be the key go-to players. But as I'm saying all of this, there's an odd sight to behold as the clock ticks down the final moments of the first quarter. We're actually holding to a narrow lead! Oh, me and my big fucking mouth. Yeah, I know, bad rotation on that one, and honestly, that was all my fault. Donny kept trying to communicate a switch to cover Outlaw when he should have been worried about Thompson jogging up the court. The end result is Baskets looking like a ripe asshole on that play and the Kings cutting our lead to 3. Well, now it's only 1, but for that play during that time it was... you get the fucking picture. So for all of my ragging on my teammates' mistakes, one of the things Donny still has yet to learn is proper spacing. It's hard to try and maintain it when you're not running plays and just trying to move without the ball to create space or lanes either for yourself or your teammates around you. More often than not, it's just easier to try and set the pick and roll and see if that creates lanes for someone to drive. Unfortunately, this early on, all I'm doing is bringing an extra man to cover the ball handler because they often won't find me on the roll when I have a wide open lane. Well, they've been getting better about that, actually feeding me on my cuts to the basket. Still though, I want to get better post-up positions on my matchups. After all, Donny's a back-to-basket power forward. He thrives on post moves, and as we saw in his first score of the game, that hook shot is vital. It kind kind of opens up lanes to attack with the up and unders every so often, because you have to keep in mind that he can sink that hook. That means respecting the big man's game. But no one's gonna respect defense like that. Honestly, I don't even understand how that happened. Donny tried to stay in front of Robinson, but somehow ended up behind him, allowing Thomas to scorch him. Seems these bigs aren't just tougher than the Hawks' front court, they're also far more athletic. Donny is a stiff guy, so this could present a challenge all game long. And we're gonna need every advantage we can get on the inside, because the Kings have some big time glass cleaners. My Trailblazers, on the other hand, not so much. But so far, despite battling and trading leads, we're evenly matched on the rebound game, which serves us well. The more second chance opportunities we generate, the better. The more we restrict their ability to get second chance looks, even grander. So let's start rolling into that halftime report and see just how viciously contested a battle this actually all is.
Trailblazers out in front, leading by just 2. And coming up now, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll return with the start of the third quarter in just a while.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. Let's see if we can spice up your Tuesday night with a little halftime report. Portland with the lead against Sacramento. Active hands is the way you describe their play. Getting a good amount of steals. They're playing up defensively and picking them off. But you know, also, the Kings came to play. They've looked to their bench for scoring, and it's paying big dividends. A solid performance by Aaron Brooks. Consistent shooting from the field, making well over 65% of his shots. Not a lot of guys put up a half a basketball like that. Thanks so much for stopping on by. Third quarter just around the corner, so let's get on back out to Kevin and the crew.
I can't have been the only one to have seen that, right? 2 boards, 2 rebounds. The more I think about it, the more apropos the nickname Phantom is for Aldridge. The dude isn't even Billy Zane Phantom, he's Robert fucking England Phantom. It's so disastrous and so forgettable a performance you almost don't even realize that the Trailblazers are actually running a 5-man team on the court. So now the question is, where have the bulk of our boards been coming from? I've got 3 off the bench. Off the bench! Aldridge had to be out on the floor longer than me, and yet he's only got 2 to show for his first half endeavors? How? Why? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I know I'm being manic with this team, but they continue to give me reasons to be manic! I should focus on the fact that we're still battling and dealing blows, keeping this a tightly contested game, but that drives me absolutely fucking bonkers. And there it is. It's about to get ugly up in here. I told you we need to be extra careful with the ball in this game, and there's the perfect example of why. Robinson gets off to the fast break on the steal, but the reason that happened was because Lillard tried to find me open in the paint after the pick attempt. Donny didn't roll fast enough, the extra man I brought over onto Damian trapped him, and the end result is a fast break point for the Kings that adds some separation to the scoreboard. I'll own up to that one. That turnover was all on my poor timing on the roll. I had lane but didn't take advantage of it sooner. That's going to be a costly bucket to make up, and it's not going to be easy if we start to get sloppy with the ball. This quarter is starting to expose the Trailblazers offensively more so than defensively. We've already demonstrated in previous games to be lazy with our ball handling, but against a team this hungry for steals, we're clearly not making the best of our possessions. You know that old adage of numbers don't lie? Well, in this case, the scoreboard is misleading you all into thinking this is a well-contested game. We're losing this one right here, right now, simply because we're starting to turn the ball over more and coming away with more empty possessions during the times we are protecting it. The first half we were pretty careful, but this quarter is already seeing us fail to take care of the rock and make every possession meaningful. And this front court the Kings are sporting, they're proving to be too athletic to contain. No matter how well I box them out, they're always finding a way to slip into the right position to battle for the board, if not outright win it. And if I'm not successfully boxing out my man, then that means there's 2 Kings players underneath fighting for the rebound while the rest of Donny's teammates marvel at the descending orb. We're just getting beat to the ball. There's no cleaner way of putting it. I mean, how do you even defend that? Donny boxes out his man and still gets beat for the rebound? God, this is depressing. Just cut away to something. Anything.
Kings lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Come to where the action is. See your Trailblazers up close and personal. Pick up your tickets today to see Goose taking on the best the league has to offer. So come out and welcome our sensational new rookie.
As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke to find out who's had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it's the Sacramento Kings who have delivered the uncontainable game today. They had a plan to get an edge in this one, and they executed it perfectly. Hard to see them giving this one away in the final period.
And thank you, Doris.
I can't discount the fact we're still in this. This drive right here should be... I have no words. An unnecessary gather by Lillard results in a big-time rejection. We're talking asking the chick most likely to win prom queen out to prom rejection. This is banned in Germany for breaking their censorship laws rejection. It's little things like that that add up to the whole picture of insanity that is cracking the very fibers of my gray matter down to a nice, mushy glob of oatmeal. How can I even think straight after such a disgusting moment? You know what? Maybe there's still some fight left in these Blazers after all. I mean, we're trading leads late in the game, fighting underneath, penetrating to the basket to show our strength and size can outmuscle them where it matters most. Maybe I should be looking up. Perhaps this team is truly ready to turn the corner. Not if I'm leaving my assignment to burn me with the midi. I keep anticipating cuts from guys that just aren't there. Other teams have been stopping us dead by looking at our Charmin soft interior defense as a means to hurt us, but the Kings have been killing us in other ways. There's no excuse for it, but I just keep wanting to help out underneath to prevent most of those easy passes that could find their way under the basket. Donny's focus should be on closing out and boxing out his man. Prevent those Kings from cleaning the boards. But stripping a dude butt naked out on the strip to prevent a fast break ain't a bad move either. Look at this fight! We're starting to lose ground in the rebound game, but we're still in this thing. Hell, we're on a good roll to possibly win this one. Donny's been getting cheated out on a few rebounds late in this game, but even with the few rebound totals he's collected, the rest of the team is feasting off of this newfound drive. But I can't speak too soon, because our leads are short-lived. We're just not stringing together better runs. The Kings have managed to cut our lead from 6 to 2, and that's got me worried. But I can sense there's still fight left in this team. We're still battling tough and helping each other out defensively. What's been killing us is empty possessions and the Kings' ability to crash the boards and get multiple second chance opportunities. There's a bit of a limp to our step in this quarter. It's like we've been playing with the pedal to the floor all game long, and we're finally starting to realize our own mortality. We're getting winded. We're gassing out. And terrible spacing on Donny's part forces an errant pass out by Lillard to Batum, who never had control, resulting in a fast break bucket for the Kings, knotting up the game. It's like I said earlier, I'm starting to suspect the team isn't the problem, it's Donny. Perhaps he's just trying to prove too much to earn a starter's role as soon as possible. After all, it won't take much of a showing on his part to take over Hickson's spot. But this game is falling apart because of little mental mistakes that just demonstrate he's not ready. At least we could take comfort in knowing we're earning Stott's approval. But I can't help but beat myself up over the mistakes I know I'm making that are costing us this game so far. There's still plenty of time left, but the fight feels like it's fading. Not on my teammates' part so much as on my own. Donny is playing this entire quarter and he's starting to look a bit sluggish. His stamina's a lot better now, but unfortunately, one can't play almost 16 minutes of full play without it affecting them. It's tougher to box out stronger bigs if you're drained. It's harder to get that extra lift in your jump if you're feeling sapped of energy. It's difficult to convert those tough interior buckets if you're feeling lifeless. But somehow, he's still battling but just coming up short of what is necessary. Sitting one rebound away from his second double-double, you know he's battling under those boards, not just for his own accomplishment, but to help his team get this win. Squeaking out of Sacramento with the dub is the big priority here. Damn it! Somehow Donny ends up giving Tyreke Evans the lane while trying to defend his backside, which was facing baseline. Instead of staying in front of him, he ends up just sliding completely out of position and giving up the go-ahead bucket. The Blazers are going to need a stop if we want to dictate the pace of these final minutes. Trailing now opens up to the fear of ugly empty possessions because we'll be pressing the issue. Like this turnover by Lillard. He didn't really think he could thread that needle with that telegraph bounce pass, did he? Did he? We're almost there. We're trailing, but it's not insurmountable. But it is tough. We don't have a lot of time and every possession is crucial. Matthews! What the bloody in his fuck was that? Oh, 4 for 12? Good for you. Very blooming good, mate. Did Wesley Matthews just bend the entire team over and sodomize us on that possession or what? No, screw it. He's been molesting us all game long, trolling us with this 4 for 12 game he's having. Why is he still out on the floor? Oh, so now it's 5 for 13. He's improving. Fucking guy couldn't fall into xChase's girlfriend's vag if he were on set at a Bang Bros shoot. To try and keep ourselves in this, we'll need to win the fouling game, but that's a tall order when you've fallen down 6 and need a climb. Down 3 and we're likely going to end up sending their best free throw shooter to the line, which is only going to hurt us. We need a 3, but Matthews has been so ice cold that I'm now writing sex jokes about his impotent sex life for my next video. And there it is. A poor decision by Aldridge to force up a layup seals our fate. We're walking out of here with the loss. The fight faded at the end, which only sunk us deeper into the void of this decision. This turned out to be a real rough loss to swallow. And the shame of it is, the blame has to go around to everyone involved. That was painful. I'm gonna need a break after this one.